on the same pitch where France beat Ireland in the Rugby Union International on Saturday. Number 4 for the French, Lopez. Jimmy Nicholl, number 2 for Northern Ireland, and Chris Nicholl wearing number 5. And now Brotherston. And that's the first free kick. The Irish essentially playing 2 wide men here with Brotherston and Cochrane, and just Jerry Armstrong down the middle for the moment. That's how Billy Bingham planned to start. And there goes Armstrong, number 9. Nice, fine night here in Paris. Gengini. And already the French wingers have switched. Curiol's gone to the left and Zenier has come over to the right. Tresor. Amoros. Gengini. Zenier to Larios and back. Zenier making space, but challenge coming in from Martin O'Neill, and here's Brotherston for Northern Ireland. Certainly prepared to take them on, Noel Brotherston. He's got 2 to his right if he can find one of them. He's gone alone. That was a fine run by the man whose goal clinched the British Championship for Northern Ireland 2 seasons ago, Noel Brotherston of Blackburn Rovers. It doesn't look as though he's going to fear the big stage when he gets to Spain. Went straight through the middle there, taking them on as he did so. The final shot well over the bar. Chris Nicholl with the jump and a foul on Bellone. Larios. Giresse. This is Martin O'Neill. Brotherston looking now for O'Neill with the return. 3 in the centre for Northern Ireland here. O'Neill beating Bossis. Still got Brotherston there. And Armstrong challenging the goalkeeper, who was unmoved. Forward for Bellone. Good ball out by him to Zenier. McElroy got a foot to that, so did Giresse. Here's Curiol. Larios. Curiol striding forward with McElroy challenging him. Larios again. Giresse. And again Giresse. And Curiol threatening Ireland again here. Turning it in, and that's possibly a chance for Gengini, whose volley hit Nicholl. Brotherston helping the defence, McCreary trying to get it away, and a handball relieves the tension there for Northern Ireland, with half an hour gone and no score in what's been a fairly low-key match so far, particularly from a French point of view. They haven't sparked at all. Ireland have had the better chances. John O'Neill. Ross. Larios. Gengini. Challenged by Martin O'Neill. Lopez goes in. Gengini again here. Giresse. Well played. What a good ball back in. Oh, and Zenier coming in. And that's the first goal for France. Just see there that Jim Platt was cut out by the cross and Zenier was unmarked. 1-0 to the French. That's a turn by Bellone against Chris Nicholl. And that's his cross, and Mal Donaghy away. by Curiol. Oh, and Bossi's coming in. Good stop. Larios. Bossi stayed forward after having had the header saved. And France now assuming control. Amoros. Just look at this here, Maxime Bossis with the header and Jim Platt able to beat it out, although he fell behind the line. It's the only time prior to this year that Northern Ireland have qualified for the World Cup finals. Larios for France, Gengini with the flick, Giresse, Curiol, and Larios again. Origin forward, the big number 6, he's got 2 to his left, one of them is Zenier here. Noah Brotherston was hurt making a challenge there, but this is Amoros, the full-back. Trying to feed it through, and Zenier again, and here's Curiol. Just a minute before half-time, and it's the other winger this time, Alain Curiol of Monaco, who makes it 2-0. A very easy goal for him, but Zenier, the number 11 from the Nancy-Lorraine club, has had a hand now in both the goals. He scored the first one, and as Northern Ireland was stretched there from Chris Nicholls' clearance, it was Zenier with the ball, who came through with a left foot shot through Jimmy Nicholls' legs, parried by Jim Platt, and here comes Curiol to make it 2-0 to the French. Giresse. Through from Lopez to Curiol, and that was also a good challenge by John O'Neill. Corner to be taken on the far side by Bellone. And Bossi's got up, as he will tend to do, I fancy, from set pieces, lending his height to the French attack. Already had one very well saved by Jim Platt tonight, Maxime Bossis, and he came in there into the near post area, although the post was covered by Jimmy Nicol. Again, Brotherston going past them very calmly indeed, swinging that wide for McIlroy. Gerry Armstrong on the far post from him, and that was Amoros. Martin O'Neill trying to squeeze the cross in. McIlroy, and the French defending in numbers. 10 minutes gone in the second half. France 2, Northern Ireland 0. Northern Ireland will have to push forward in an attempt to get back into the match, and in doing so they may leave gaps for the French to exploit, and Brotherston was caught there, and Larios came tearing through the centre, and Platt saved it, and it may be a foul there by Platt. Jim Platt has conceded a penalty, and having made the initial save from Larios, he checked the player coming in, who was Bellone, and that is going to be a penalty to France. Well, Larios had the freedom of the pitch there after Noah Brotherston had stumbled. Jim Platt was the only man who could have stopped the goal. He came out, initially he did so there, but watch what happens then as Bellone tries to go by him, Platt checks him, penalty to France. And Larios, the man who broke initially, takes the kick. And scores with some comfort and some power. 12 minutes into the second half, and France go 3-0 ahead. The scorer, Jean-Francois Larios of Saint-Etienne, sending Platt the wrong way. Now here are two Northern Ireland substitutions. Let's get the men coming off first. David McCreary, number 6, is one. Sammy McElroy, number 10, is another. And the two players going on, number 14, Billy Caskey, and number 16, Derek Spence. Spence, who's been a substitute now in 16 of his last 29 appearances for Northern Ireland. It's Caskey for Northern Ireland. To Armstrong. Wide of him is Stewart. And here's Stewart again. And a good stop by Castaneda. Not the best of angles for 20-year-old Ian Stewart, but he was prepared to have a go. There were plenty of players in the penalty area for Northern Ireland. Goalkeeper covering his near post. O'Neill. Lofting it, Spence, off the line, Chris Nicholl, saved by the keeper, Spence, Chris Nicholl, a chance there, and it wouldn't quite go in. And the referee spotting an infringement anyway in the 6-yard box. But that was about the nearest Northern Ireland have come, certainly in the second half. Derek Spence, the first header, Amoros away from near the line, Castaneda saves from Chris Nicholl, Spence goes in again, Chris Nicholl hits his own player, John O'Neill, and away. Gerard to Bossis. Battiston. Larios. Trésor. Well, Northern Ireland are pushing up here, a little colony of 3 players, but the French good enough to get through with Bossis. Zenier. And it was Bossis who came through again from the defensive position. Martin O'Neill. Oh, and Brotherston, who's got that ability to turn quickly and go past players too, in fact, there. Had to check a bit as support arrives. And in the end, couldn't get the ball in anyway. Here's Amoros to Gengini, who looked to his right and found no one there, but Soler to his left, 14. Gengini and Bellona in the centre. It's Soler. It's Gengini. It's 4-0. A very simple goal, 10 minutes from time for Bernard Gengini, the number 10, but made by the substitute, Gerard Soler of Bordeaux. Again, getting behind the Ireland defence. That's how the first goal came. Then he checked and went back inside. There weren't many players in support in actual fact, but one was enough, because there's Gengini with his left foot. Jim Platt was wrong-footed, it went in off the post. So it's 4-0 as it was against Northern Ireland at Wembley last month, and as it was when France knocked them out of the World Cup quarter-finals in '58. That's a sad reminder, that, for Billy Bingham. But Northern Ireland refusing to let their spirits buckle. Have got players forward again here with Spence. That was a high piece of kicking by Bossis, which was penalised. Indirect free kick. John O'Neill has gone forward on the far side. This is Martin O'Neill. This is Brotherston. Had to check a bit there. The tackle was by Amoros. Well, if we're looking for encouraging signs for Northern Ireland, it would appear that Brotherston has got the ability at this level to go by players. Even though tonight nothing has come from it, nothing tangible, that is. Bossis to Zenier. Battiston. And Larios finding himself an awful lot of space there, and in the centre Girard has made a good run through. And this is Bellone. Oh, I say, no, a player offside, I think, right in the goal. Bruno Bellone's shot will not count. Larios found an awful lot of space. Bellone pulled away to the far post. And as he drove that, the player on the 6-yard line was flagged offside by the linesman. No goal.